It's all Newton's laws of motion. That's all the physics that there is on the basketball court. The speed that the ball leaves the player's hands and the angle that the ball leaves the player's hands is what determines what it's going to be doing when it gets to the rim. That's the trajectory that the ball takes. Once you pick a speed and an angle, the way the ball arrives at the rim is pretty much fixed. You want the ball going pretty slowly when it gets to the rim. If it's going really fast, then it's going to bounce harder. And any little imperfection that causes it to hit the rim is going to be worse. It's more likely to bounce out. So you want the ball going slowly when it arrives. And that, unfortunately, happens when the ball is coming at the smallest angle. So there's a little optimization thing to go by. A really high angle is going to have the ball going really fast. A really low angle is going to have it going slow. To release the ball at about a 51-degree angle. But, because of that bounciness thing, a lot of players will release at a somewhat higher angle. That angle, it really doesn't vary much depending on the size of the player. It turns out whether you're 5'8" or 7 feet tall, that angle kind of ranges from 49 to 52 degrees. So it's a pretty narrow thing. It doesn't really depend on how big you are. The best players all shoot for that swish. You'd think that might mean to aim for right in the center of the basket, but it turns out it's a little bit better to aim just a little bit behind the center. And that's again because of the bounce. If you miss by a little bit and you hit the front of the rim, that's could go anywhere. If you hit the back of the rim, it's likely to just drop in. Good shooters will aim for just a little behind the center of the basket. And another thing that's important is spin. When the ball has a little bit of a backspin on it, that also improves the chance, mostly by allowing the ball to be more likely to drop in on a slight bounce. When it hits the back of the rim, that backspin is going to direct it down and into the rim. The people who are great at this are the ones who have a completely uniform system. Put their feet in exactly the same place, hold the ball in exactly the same way, bounce it a couple times in exactly the same way, do exactly the same motion, and they've got it totally perfected. They're doing their shot.